In a surprising and significant political development, Democrats have achieved a major victory in the Iowa State Senate District 35 special election, flipping a seat that Donald Trump carried by 21 points in the 2024 presidential election. Democrat Mike Zimmer secured a narrow but impactful win over Republican Katy Elizabeth Whittington, with a final vote tally of 52% to 48%. This represents a remarkable 25-point swing to the left, signaling a potential shift in voter sentiment that may have far-reaching implications. Political analysts, including Jacob Rubashkin of Inside Elections, have pointed out that this victory raises questions about the vulnerability of other traditionally Republican districts. For instance, New York's 21st district, which was also Trump plus 21 in 2024, is soon to be vacated by Elise Stefanik. If Democrats continue to overperform by margins similar to what we saw in Iowa, even seemingly safe Republican strongholds could become competitive. This win echoes the pattern observed during the first Trump era, following his initial victory in November 2016. The 2017 special elections saw a wave of Democratic successes, with the party flipping 16 out of 98 contested seats compared to just 3 flips for Republicans. This momentum culminated in the Democrats winning the House in the 2018 midterms by the largest margin in modern U.S. history, netting 41 seats. However, it's important to temper expectations. One special election win does not guarantee a blue wave. The task ahead for Democrats is monumental, requiring the rebuilding of a fractured coalition that has recently lost ground across every demographic: men, women, young people, and people of color. Trust and support must be earned and cannot be taken for granted, even with Donald Trump back in office. Trump's return to the presidency comes with its own set of challenges for Republicans. Many voters either don't remember the chaos of his previous administration, are viewing it through rose-colored glasses, or weren't old enough to experience it firsthand. But as history has shown, chaos breeds backlash. When people are consumed by dysfunction, they revolt, as they did in 2018. Trump's narrow victory in 2024, one of the smallest popular vote margins in U.S. history, does not constitute a sweeping mandate for his extreme agenda. Much of Trump's success in the 2024 election was likely due to voter frustration over high prices, a trend seen globally as leaders are punished during periods of high inflation. Trump capitalized on this pain, framing it as a failure of Democratic leadership. However, he may be misconstruing this as a license to push forward with a hardline agenda. Special elections like the one in Iowa will serve as early referenda on his extremism. To replicate this success and build momentum, Democrats need a clear and compelling platform that gives voters a reason to support them beyond simply opposing Trump. This means focusing on issues that directly impact Americans' lives. Healthcare. Democrats must not only protect healthcare but work to expand it. Ensuring the government can negotiate drug prices to align with global standards is a critical step. Reproductive rights. Codifying abortion rights at the federal level should be a top priority. Economic justice. Raising the minimum wage, legalizing marijuana nationally, and investing in infrastructure projects like high-speed rail will demonstrate a commitment to improving everyday life for working Americans. Climate change. Passing a Green New Deal to combat the existential threat of climate change is essential. Standing up to powerful interests. Democrats need to take a firm stance against the banks, big pharma, the military-industrial complex, and the ultra-wealthy who hoard their wealth while pitting the middle class against the working class. The party must also embrace pluralism and reject the divisive tactics Republicans often use to other marginalized groups. Republicans will continue to demonize those who don't look, talk, love, or live like their base, distracting voters from the real issue: the disproportionate power and influence of the ultra-wealthy. Trump's administration is already shaping up to be a haven for billionaires, including figures like Elon Musk, Linda McMahon, Howard Lutnick, Charles Kushner, Vivek Ramaswamy, and Dr. Oz. The notion that these individuals are focused on the needs of everyday Americans is laughable. History has repeatedly shown that billionaires look out for themselves, not the working class. Take the Reagan era as a cautionary tale. When Reagan lowered the top marginal tax rate from 70% to 50% under the guise of trickle-down economics, income inequality exploded. The data is clear. Wealth does not trickle down. And yet, Trump's administration is poised to double down on tax cuts for the wealthy while ignoring the needs of ordinary Americans. Trump himself admitted that high prices were a potent campaign issue, saying, "I won on the border and I won on groceries." He knew exactly how to tap into Americans' pain for political gain. But now that he's back in office, he's shown no interest in addressing that pain. This moral bankruptcy is something Democrats must highlight relentlessly. The path forward is clear. Ignore the noise, the demonization, and the demagoguery. Focus on the promises Trump made, but has no intention of keeping. Americans care about healthcare, the economy, and their personal freedoms, issues that will remain unresolved under Trump's self-serving agenda. Democrats must be the party that offers bold solutions and fights for the working class. This requires staying in the fight, rebuilding coalitions, and giving people a reason to believe. The victory in Iowa is a hopeful sign, but it's just the beginning. Now is the time to double down on efforts to build a better, more inclusive, and equitable America.